Good morning students, myself Pankaj Kumar and welcome to my class. Today we are going to revise chapter 1 where we will see data storage unit and computer memory. So let's start. So you might have heard the name of KB, MB and GB. These are what? These are storage unit. So apart from that we have many storage units. So let's see. So 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. Okay. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 KB. KB full form kilobyte. Okay. 1024 KB is equal to 1 MB. MB full form megabyte. Okay. 1024 MB is equal to 1 GB. Gigabyte. Okay. 1024 GB is equal to 1 TB. Terabyte. 1024 TB is equal to 1 PB. Petabyte. 1024 PB is equal to 1 EB. Exabyte. 1024 EB is equal to 1 ZB. Zettabyte. Okay. So these are what? These are storage unit. Understood? Now a byte is the smallest unit of storage. Whereas bit is the elementary unit of storage. This byte is the smallest unit of storage and this bit is the elementary unit of storage. Okay. So this can be asked in upcoming exam. Like, what is the smallest unit of storage? Then you have to say byte. What is the elementary unit of storage? Then you have to say bit. Okay. And 1024 KB is equal to what? Then you have to say 1 MB. 1024 MB is equal to what? 1 GB you have to say. Okay. So this can be asked in the exam. So please learn. Now computer memory. As we know, memory is the basic unit of computer. Not only computer, nowadays we are using mobile phone. There also we require memory. Okay. There also we require memory. Then only we will be able to use our data and instruction in future. Understood? So it is of two types. First, internal memory, that also called primary memory. Okay. And second, external memory, that also called secondary memory. Now what is internal memory or primary memory? The memory which is fixed inside the CPU box, that is called internal memory. Example, RAM and ROM. Okay, RAM and ROM. Now what is external memory or secondary memory? The memory which we can use from outside the CPU box, that is called external memory or secondary memory. Example, hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drive, etc. One very important thing, hard disk is of two types, internal hard disk and external hard disk. Okay. Internal hard disk also fixed inside the CPU box, but that is not internal memory. That is exceptional case. Okay. External hard disk we can use from outside. Understood? CD, DVD, pen drive, etc. These are the example of external memory. As you can see the pictures here, this is pen drive, hard disk, memory card, DVD, and this is RAM. Okay. Now what is the difference between internal and external memory? The internal and external memory, what is the difference? If you talk about speed wise, so internal memory has fast speed, whereas external memory has slow speed. Okay. Now if we talk about capacity wise, the internal memory has small capacity, whereas external memory has high capacity. Understood? These are the important difference between internal memory and external memory. Now let's discuss all memory devices one by one. So first here we have RAM. The full form of RAM, random access memory. This can be asked in your examination. What is the full form of RAM? Random access memory. Okay. So please learn. Now what is random access memory? It is the smallest storage area in a computer where the application program and data in current use are kept. Data in current use are kept. Let's see the example. Suppose you are playing video game in computer. So whatever data required for that particular game, that used to be stored in random access memory. Random access memory, that is called application programs. Okay, random access memory. Understood? One more example. Suppose you are typing something in Microsoft Word. Suppose you are typing a letter. So whatever you are typing, that used to be stored in RAM. That used to be stored in RAM. Unless you store in secondary storage device, that will be in random access memory. Okay. Now this random access memory is also called volatile memory. Now why it is called volatile memory? When you turn off the computer, the data whatever is stored in RAM will be lost. That's why it is called volatile memory. Understood? Now ROM full form, read only memory. This is also very important, so please learn. Okay. Now what is ROM? ROM is a memory on which the data is stored, can be read, but new data cannot be written on it. Okay. So computer reserves some data on ROM that cannot be changed, and only can be read by computer. Okay, only can be read by computer. Okay, so as soon as computer start, it becomes active. ROM becomes active. Understood? So ROM is a memory on which the data is stored, can be read, but new data cannot be written on it. Understood? I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.